Hello, how's it going, guys? This is Salmo17, and yeah, I'm here. Oh boy, I'm gonna get heated for this a lot, and I wish I could take off my shirt because it's so hot. Man, this summer heat is fucking atrocious. So I'm sorry if I don't do videos during summer a lot because it is really hot and it's really hard to do these videos. But I can tell I can get ton dislikes with this video. I will lose subscribers, blah 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 blah. But as you guys can read from the title, but I am so sick of superhero movies, and the reason why is we have too much of these movies, like way too many superhero movies. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against superheroes, and I just need a new microphone because every time when I do videos like this, I sound like I have lung cancer a lot of the time. So I apologize if my mic quality is shit, but. Superheroes are nothing new, and I enjoy superhero shows a lot that actually have took inspiration from the original source material. They actually put hard work and effort into them, and actually don't screw with the source material. But with the superhero movies, I'm not saying I hate superhero movies, but I feel like nowadays, especially with Marvel, we have too many superhero movies, and it is really tiring to see at this point. Like, if people enjoy these movies, fine by me, but I myself, I am getting sick of these MCU movies, DCAU movies, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's really getting tiring at this point. Like, we have so many superhero movies. Like, my biggest problem is that the superhero movies never stop. They basically, a new movie comes out, it's basically one big giant fucking advertisement for another movie, then the next movie comes out, then another movie comes out, another, like, fucking Jesus, take a break! Like, Sam Raimi, let's take an example for Sam Raimi movies, for Spider-Man movies. The first movie came out in 2002. Spider-Man 2 came out in freaking 2004. The next one Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007. Why Spider-Man 1 and 2 did a good job? Because they Sam Raimi himself took his time to develop the characters, to develop the story, to actually make a good movie. Spider-Man 2, he tried to push his limits to try to make a better sequel than a better movie than the first movie he made. He made a very good sequel that everyone loves, and I'm currently also waiting for a Blu-ray trilogy for Sam Raimi movies. Yes, even Spider-Man 3. I think Spider-Man 3 is not that bad. A lot of people say it's like the worst thing ever in cinema, but some elements in the movie I really enjoyed in Spider-Man 3. I do not absolutely hate Spider-Man 3, but I feel like the movie has some both positives and negatives. But with those movies, they took their time to actually develop the story and the characters, while the movies basically, I feel like it's not like the MCU movies don't develop characters and the story, but I feel like it's really hard to explain. Like, a lot of movies feel pretty much the same thing basically all over again. Basically, a new villain shows up, a generic forgettable villain, no character development for the villain, superhero saves the day, and everyone is hunky-dory, joyous, and the next movie, and then the after credit scene, new movie comes out with a new superhero because he can't stop making movies. Because they're doing this for money rather than make a good movie. And I'm not saying I absolutely hate MCU movies. I feel like they're fine movies, but my biggest problem with these movies is the fact that there are too many of them. Like, we have too many superhero movies. Hell, M. Night Shyamalan is basically making another superhero movie. M. Night Shyamalan. You can see how wrong that concept will go, because M. Night Shyamalan is not the best director for these movies. Like, it's like having Michael Bay making a Superman movie. Hell, actually, I'm not surprised. We had not Christopher Nolan, but What was the director's name? I forgot who made the Man of Steel, but also Dawn of Justice, Justice League, blah blah blah. My biggest problem is that we have too many superhero movies, and because of these movies making shit ton of money and people just hyping them up for no reason because yay superheroes they're awesome like I said I'm not against superheroes but I feel like these movies are generic and they basically put the copy and paste button basically but instead of replacing one superhero with another superhero and basically it's the same goddamn plot all over again like my biggest problem is my biggest problem is because we have too many superhero movies, we don't have movies that actually reflect on the real world. We don't have movies that basically reflect on other elements like fantasy or sci-fi. We barely have any those kind of movies, and because of that, but even though we are making new movies, it's like these movie makers, Hollywood movies, are basically making these movies worse. Now, for example, I saw a very good movie, a very good horror movie that is also a story-driven movie that doesn't use a lot of dialogue. It uses sign language, like visual storytelling. It was called A Quiet Place. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people liked it because it just didn't focus on the horror aspect of the movie, but also it focuses on visual storytelling, actual storytelling that actually you feel the tension that these characters feel like. That's what I really like about this movie is that it's like it makes you feel the tension that you feel in real life, and you actually reflect on the movie and try to think of yourself, how would you survive? How would you deal with this kind of situation if you lived in a world like The Quiet Place? Marvel movies is basically like, fuck yeah, we can be everything we want, basically. It doesn't give you the feeling like, it doesn't make you reflect on these characters, like you can't, like for example, Teen Titans 2003 show reflects on is actually reflecting character, struggles, emotions with real life people, and a lot of people love that show because it reflects on the situations that people actually deal with in real life, like depression, holding up their emotions, dealing with bullying because you're different from the other people, and so forth. And because of that, a lot of people, even now, they still love the Teen Titans 2003 show. I can even write a long essay about what makes a good cartoon show, but of course, I live in a country where people don't give a shit about animation, and that is sad, to be honest. And because of that, too many superhero movies, like, I don't know, it's like, I don't feel anything when I watch these newer movies. Like, with Sam Raimi, Spider-Man movies, they had, like, these character developments, because it did not just focus on the superhero or these badass action scenes, it focuses more on the characters, their struggles, and what they're dealing with, how they became, the people they have become, and I can go on like Jesus Christ, but I have I have limits to talk about this stuff because I'm not the smartest person in the world, but it is depressing dealing with the fact that it's like people like me are just shoved off by the world because we have different opinions about certain things, and because of that, people might think are like, oh my god, this guy's such a loser. He doesn't understand that things are changing. It's not that I'm against things changing. I'm against the fact that things are changing, but not for the better, because I feel like it's like it's like it's really hard to explain. Like one thing, I think what I like about the Captain America: The Winter Soldier is the fact that it took risks. It took a much more serious and darker tone that a lot of MCU movies I see that don't do a lot, and because of that, I feel like Captain America: The Winter Soldier is like shoved off by other people because more popular comedic type of superheroes are more haha yay, these are the best type of heroes, like the Guardians of the Galaxy did more in the box office and whatnot. And what's wrong with more serious adaptations of superheroes? Like, what is wrong with that? Like, look at the Dark Knight trilogy that was made by Christopher Nolan, and I still believe that the original Dark Knight movie is one of the best movies of all time because it took itself seriously and it had elements that basically made Batman, Batman, but making a more darker story for Man of Steel. It could work if you do it right, but Man of Steel, for example, I feel like it had some elements that were really good, but I feel like this darker tone, like Batman, it doesn't work for Superman. Like, Superman is more like a patriotic superhero. Basically, he's like the entire color of him is basically screams America, basically screams about freedom, and the fact that Man of Steel basically butchered that character aspect of Superman, it is saddening. If you want to see a good adaptation of Superman, I highly recommend getting a DVD or watching it online of Superman the animated series that captures not just the origin but also the symbol that represents Superman as a character as a whole. Yeah, some people might cry that Superman is not overpowered or whatnot, but if you have an overpowered character, then it's not relatable. If the character is just basically, yay, I can save the day, I have no enemies that can harm me or whatnot, basically I have no consequences, then you can't really relate to that kind of aspect that a superhero can deal with everything and everyone and has no consequences of his actions or what he deals with on the daily basis. What I like about Spider-Man is that Spider-Man is a character that deals with stuff that people can relate to in real life, like school, high school life, trying to balance out his superhero life and his regular life, and he can't do much of regular life because of his responsibilities as Spider-Man. He really much rather do responsible things as a normal human being rather than being a superhero because he feels like being Spider-Man is a curse, but at the same time it can be a gift because with him, Peter Parker being Spider-Man, he can help more people. He can make his uncle proud, Uncle Ben proud, and he does what he does because he doesn't need like recognition of the Avengers or anything like that. He's being his own person, and he develops as a character because he does things on his own, and that's what makes Spider-Man such a great character. One thing I really want to tell to a lot of people about Spider-Man Homecoming. No, this video is gonna get a ton of dislikes, and I already can tell, but I did not like Spider-Man Homecoming as much as I like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, and it is because the movie focuses more on comedy and also focuses on. I have read a very interesting comment about how Peter Parker was portrayed in Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I wish I could read it to you guys, but a lot of people might not like this video, but it is interesting, but I will do a separate video on it, maybe, because Homecoming, for me, was not Spider-Man, because Spider-Man tries to be, oh my god, I need to be an Avenger, I don't need school, I need the superhero life. Like, a lot of people might argue about the fact that he's a teenager, but in the comics, and even in Sam Raimi's movies, okay, it is really hard to explain, especially, like, I need a separate video to talk about Spider-Man, especially because this will be out of topic and whatnot, and people might dislike this video and might not watch it because I'm rambling too much, like I always do in my videos, but it is really hard to do these kind of videos without pissing off, people, and it is really hard to do these kind of videos, like I said, and yeah, but I like I said, I'm really getting sick of superhero movies. We need we need like variety of these movies. We need like variety of different other genres than just another superhero movie, another superhero movie, another superhero movie. Like Jesus Christ, take a break, guys, and try to, if you want to make another superhero, maybe then take your time to make something different with these superhero movies. Don't make the same generic shit all over again. And yeah, and that is as far as I can go. But seriously, guys, what do you guys feel about superhero movies? Are you guys getting sick of superhero movies? If not, then that's fine if you love them. But I feel like we're getting way too many superhero movies, and I feel like we need more variety of movies than just superhero movies. So, yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think of this video? Did you like it? Do you guys agree with my statement about superhero movies? And like and subscribe if you guys really want to, because I'm just tired and whatever. And school is coming. I'm going to college in a few weeks, and I will not be able to do videos a lot anymore. And yeah, so yeah, guys, see you guys later, and good luck with everything you're dealing with, especially with college and whatnot and work. So yeah, see you guys later or whatever.